Yeah. It's 10 o'clock, so we'll call this administrative meeting to order. All the commission is here today, so that's good. This meeting will be held on June the 5th. But we are here to set the agenda for that meeting. We have one item under awards and presentations, 8 items proposed for the agenda. We do have someone that has requested privileges of the floor today. But we'll go to the first item under awards and presentations. We have second quarter service anniversary. Sherry Garner will be here, the personnel director. Always good to do these. Any objection to placing that on the agenda?
No objection.
Item number 1 is request from the personnel board to concur with request from the personnel board to concur in the 2026 county holiday schedule. Is that with the 2026 county holiday schedule? I think now we can officially say that Juneteenth will be a holiday. That'll be the only correct change that we have. Any questions for the personnel director? She always loves to come up and answer questions.
She does a good job.
She does.
Any objection to placing that item on the agenda?
No, sir.
Okay. Item number 2 is a request to approve budget amendment in the amount of $7,500 for replat of the DHR property on Pravat Road. So this will be, we've purchased that property. Once the commission got set, that was one of the first things that we did. Spent $200 and something thousand to buy that property. This will be the last money that we have to put into this project. You can't use the bond proceeds to do a replat, so we're going to kick in $7,500. North Star is going to do the survey, and then once that is done, they will be able to go to the bond market. We've appointed the Public Building Authority, so they are in place, ready to sign whatever paperwork they need to do. So this is it. After this, it's kind of out of our hands, and hopefully in a year or two, we'll have a new DHR building. Timeline, they're looking at going to the bond market in the fall, construction probably starting sometime after the first of the year. And then, you're probably looking at, I don't know, year and a half maybe for construction, but that's kind of the timeline that we're looking at. And it'll be a nice new building, which is sorely needed. Any questions on this item?
No, sir. So hopefully this will be the last step on the commission side, so they can get there.
That's my understanding. This should be, we'll see, but this should be the last amount of money that we have to put into this project. And it's only $7,500. And I think this is it. I think everything else really is in place for that project.
And then we'll have another building.
Yeah, we own the other building, but once they vacate that, we'll have some decisions as to what we want to do with that property in that building. Any other questions or discussion? Any objection to placing that item on the agenda?
No objection.
Item number 3 is a request to approve budget amendment in the amount of $30,000 for municipal and recreation improvement projects in the town of Gordon. All right, so gentlemen, if y'all remember, it's been a few months ago, we approved some LATCF funding for the town of Gordon to do some improvements to, they're going to build a metal building, which was going to be used for a storage building, primarily for the Senior Citizen Center. And they were going to buy a golf cart to use for maintenance or something. I really don't know what they needed that for. So that was $40,000 what we approved. They spent $10,000 essentially for the golf cart. That leaves $30,000. But the problem is the LATCF has a Build America, Buy America provision, and you can't use that money to buy the metal building. It was just run into a lot of problems there. So what we're going to do, we don't have to unapprove those funds. We're going to use those funds for a generator project here in the admin building, and we're instead going to take $30,000 of general fund money and give it to the town of Gordon, so that way they don't have all those restrictions. So the net position of the county will be 0, but it enables Gordon to move forward with this project. So any questions on that item?
No question.
Any objection to placing that item on the agenda?
No objection.
Okay. Item number 3 is a request to extend the preliminary plat approval for Flowers Plantation for an additional 12 months. Comments on this? I guess, so they're not quite ready to move forward with the final plat.
So they started construction, but the way the regs read, they have to be done within 24 months of the approval of the preliminary plat, which was July of 23, and they're not gonna meet that deadline. They, for whatever reason, Market decided to delay some time because they got the original approval, but they are under construction now, and don't anticipate them needing the whole 12 months, probably more like 6, but we just wanted to give ourselves enough time so they had to come back again and ask.
Gotcha. Okay. Any questions on this item?
No, sir.
Any objection to placing this item on the agenda?
No objection.
Thanks, sir. Item number 5 is a request to approve preliminary plat for Martin Farms.
This is a new subdivision out in the Rehoboth area. The kind of the corner of South Park and Battles Road is total build out 211 lots. They are anticipating phasing it, but right now they are asking for approval for the entire development.
Okay. Is this going to be annexed into the?
It is annexed into the
It
city,
is,
so
okay.
it will be the town of Rehoboth. We're just kind of managing it for them,
Gotcha.
overseeing construction of the subdivision.
Gotcha. Okay. Will this have sewer?
It will.
Okay. Okay. Good. Any questions on this item?
No, sir.
Any objection to placing this item on the agenda?
No
objection.
Okay. Item number 6 is a request to approve resolution for MPO project for the resurfacing of North Broadway Street from Highway 84 to Main Street. Any objection to placing, or any discussion or objections to placing this item on the agenda?
No, sir.
Item 7 is a request from the town of Rehoboth to assist in demolition of the restrooms and concession building located at 5449 County Road 203. This is the old concession stand / restroom building at the rec park. Understand, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions on this item?
No, sir.
Any objection to placing this item on the agenda?
No
objection.
Item number 8 is a request from the town of Rehoboth and Houston County Schools to assist with the water drainage deficiency affecting Rehoboth Elementary School and the Rehoboth Walking Trail.
This will just correct the drainage issue that's right there at the school. So that alleviate that, so.
Okay, this is at the elementary school, correct? Okay. Any comments?
Unless you have questions.
Okay, any questions? Any objection to placing this item on the agenda?
No objection.
Okay. Anything else to be considered for the agenda on Monday by the commission? Okay. We do have one privilege, of the floor request, Mr. Gary Knight. We will have 5 minutes to discuss the need for total openness and accountability of finances. Mr. Gary,
Yes,
We'll
how
have-
you doing?
5 minutes.
That's a fast clock you have there.
Well, it's an iPhone clock, and you'll have 5 minutes from the time I can start my timer, which takes a second, but the floor is yours.
Make sure you hit the button there, sir.
Yeah, I have forgotten about that.
You're going out? Okay, all right. What I'm doing is asking that the commission go ahead and abide by Act number 569, which is your charity bingo. It says in the law, it's not a law, that you may promulgate rules and you shall abide and assure proper spending. This has not been done by the county. This is just simply a wink and a nod, and reports have been addressed. They've never been fettered. They just simply accept it. They submit a report, and it's just run through, and it's never presented by the county not chairman, but the administrative officer. Now you have to define proper spending. What is proper spending? What's proper for you may not be proper for me. And that's the reason a third party, an audit, that dirty word that I keep bringing up with y'all, is being completely ignored. Not to receive an answer. Why not an audit? No, the fact that you may promulgate rules clearly shows you still have authority over HEDA. This has been ignored. No, and shall assure proper spending. There's no vetting. There's no checks and balances. I think the county commission has fallen far short in addressing this part. Rules and guidance, have been ignored and never challenged. Not the first one. We need to have public meetings, open to the public, open to the press, and show the spending and the highly unusual spending of money being diverted from charity bingo into private coffers. This is being done and it's being ignored and nobody seems to address it. Why? I've been challenged. One, you need to forget everything you've learned about this, go home and spend time with your family, up to including, why are you the only one saying anything about this? Well, the simple reason is the public doesn't know. And the county commission is making no effort for the public to know how this money is being spent, how it's being transmitted, and how it's going into private coffers. Land has been purchased, been sent out of state, been sent to head his own employees. This has been addressed, and each and every one of you know about it. And you may thank me for opening this up to you in the future in private if you want to, because I know you're proud of me for doing this. Open public meetings would be a major issue in addressing this. I'm not for or against gambling. I'm not taking that stand. I'm saying the money that is generated needs to be accountable and all. And the fact, again, that the county commission has the authority to promulgate rules clearly shows you do have authority over HEDA and can address these issues if you so desire. Silence. No wonder the public thinks the elected officials are corrupt. It's not saying you're corrupt. I'm simply saying you're not addressing the law as it is outlined. And I'll close with this as a saying that I think is kind of appropriate. The baby diapers and politicians need to be changed on a regular basis, and it's all for the same reason. Thank you so much.
Can I say something? Really want to?
Yeah. Up to you.
Mr. Gary, I've been up here in my second term and you've been on the same broken record the whole time. So what I'm telling you is you asked me to go and look into this. We looked into this. I sent all the paperwork that you had to the Attorney General's office of the state of Alabama. It has been looked into. They are the ones that's got the blessing throughout everybody in the state of Alabama who is doing things appropriately. All right. And I will make it clear to you that I am not for gambling at all. Okay. I don't do gambling. It's not for me, and that's not what I believe in. But this same thing has been going on for a long time. It's been looked into. Matter of fact, you've even contacted the FBI and talked to the FBI, and you've even gave them paperwork, and they hadn't done anything. Now they do, over the years that I've been here, they have given us paperwork to show where money's being going and where things have been done. And I've seen through my time in these past 2 terms, there has been things throughout this county that they have put money towards to help schools, to help different communities, to help different things. So they are giving us something to let us know what their money's being used towards. So what I'm saying is this same thing that keeps coming up over and over, and it's out in the public. People know every time you get up here and speak, this is an open room right here. It's an open meeting. They hear it. It's being recorded. And I'm just saying that at some point, if you got a problem with something, and I've said this in the past, bring a solution. That is in my district there. And if there's a problem with what's going on there and they're doing something illegal, I would like to know it. But bring me something to the table to give me a probable cause to know that they're doing something wrong. But right now, they have the blessings of what's going on, even up in the Attorney General's office. So I just want to respond and let you know that. So you hear it clearly from me, and this is an open meeting. This is being recorded, and I'm okay with that. And it's being transparent. You've always talked about transparency, and I'm gonna be transparent with you. So if you have any other questions about it, feel free to call me. We'll talk about it, whatever we can do. But if something's being wrong, I don't want something wrong going on in my district that I serve. And no other law enforcement officer in this world wants anything going on. Or this commission. This commission does a great job. And the ones in the past I've served has done a great job. So I just say, bring a solution to the problem, or bring me the probable cause and show me what's going on, or let it be and let us do our jobs, because I promise you, audits happen and things like that. And that's another thing I tell you, on the audit side of it, you know who's gonna cost money to do that audit? It's gonna cost you, the taxpayers, money to do that audit. That's what it's gonna cost. And that's what they did back then. They put it off on the county to make that decision. So we'd have to pay for that audit. Audits don't just happen. Thank you.
Can I understand?
No, we're not doing back and forth. So at this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. We are adjourned. Thank you.